Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Come, come, whoever you are. This isn't a caravan of despair. It doesn't matter if you've broken your vows 1,000 times before. Come again, come again, come again, come. Welcome. This is the Relationship SOAR School, Week 1. My name is Rebecca Thompson Hitt, and I'm the founder and executive director of the Consciously Parenting Project, and I am a holistic marriage and family therapist. This week, we're going to be exploring the road less traveled, and I am welcoming you to join us on this journey. So, no problem can be solved from the same level of consciousness that created it, said Albert Einstein. And so that is where we begin. We need to start to look from a new perspective, because wherever you are with the challenges of the relationship that brought you here, you are where you are for many, many reasons. And to shift what is happening, we need to find ways to see something new about our situation, something that we haven't seen before, which my cat Mia here is modeling for us. So much like predictive text on a smartphone, we fill in the blanks based on the way that things went in the past for us. And that creates blind spots for other possibilities, for what else may be happening. And as if you let the predictive text fill in the blanks to decide what you were going to say. This kind of prediction helps us to navigate difficult situations without having to sit and figure out and reinvent the wheel every single time we face a new challenge. And the way that this works, you don't need to remember consciously what happened before. It's autopilot. And sometimes it works really, really well. And sometimes it sabotages present day situations because what helped us get through our past situations is actually irrelevant now. So, as an example, learning that the stove is hot and isn't good to touch is helpful. But avoiding all stoves in the future isn't helpful. When we experience a situation that is similar to the previous one, we use that information to keep ourselves safe. It's likely that you've been told that there is something wrong with you. But the better question is, what happened to you? Behaviors make sense in the context from which they were created. So, what may look strange or broken often makes sense when we can connect from where it came. Chances are that you're reacting to something that happened in the past, and that what you're seeing and experiencing and how you're responding aren't the best fit for what is actually happening right now. And maybe you're responding the way that you need to, and the situation or relationship with the other person isn't healthy. Either way, we need to be able to see something new to help us find our way out of the situation that isn't working. We need to bring curiosity about our own and others' behaviors and wonder what else is happening that we haven't been able to see yet. We begin by learning about shifting our paradigm with examples from my work and from my fourth book, It's Never Too Late to Heal, Transforming the Relationship Stories of Our Lives. The first paradigm shift, and this is how we begin to see something new, is that all behavior is a communication. So we can look at this person in the closet, this child in the closet, and we could have all kinds of stories about what's happening. On the positive side, she's playing hide and go seek. On the other side, she's being difficult and she's pouting, or she's plotting revenge. But this idea, all behaviors of communication, was one of the first paradigm shifts that I went through in repairing my relationship with my oldest son, who was about 8 years old at the time. As long as I thought that he was doing something to me on purpose, I was stuck. Once I could start to consider that his behavior was communicating something to me, or even just communicating something, even if I didn't know yet what it was, things started to shift for us. What happened to you instead of what's wrong with you is a great place to begin. The next paradigm shifting idea is that the stories that we tell versus the stories that are shown in our body. So we often think of story as the thing that we tell about something that happened. That's our narrative. That's how we make sense of events, what we saw, perceived, and experienced. But it is usually not the whole story, and it's usually not conscious. When we can include the story in the body, there's a whole other world that opens up new possibilities for what else could be happening. Oops, not quite ready for this. Back we go. The body has its own experience of things that have happened that can exist outside of conscious awareness. So, in my work, a person's behavior, including our own, can stem from something that happened in our family's history when we were in the womb, during our birth, or early life. So, a loved one's struggle to start a task may have more to do with labor not starting in their own timing, and they're repeating a nervous system pattern over and over again rather than what we think is happening. So that might be that they don't care, or they don't love us, or that they aren't listening. But that's the story in the body. The story that we tell is that they don't care about us or how we feel. And those are two different stories. You don't have to solve what's going on for the other person, but creating some curiosity about what else is happening with their behavior is sometimes enough to shift the relationship and, at the very least, helps us to come at the situation with a little more compassion and empathy. Now I'm ready for this slide. So the arch of healing is the process that I developed as a part of, and that I describe in my book, The Arch of Healing. So arch is an acronym: awareness and acknowledgement, resource and regulate, connect the dots, complete the stress cycles, and heal, which is repair, reconciliation, and releasing. So I'm going to talk about each of these things really briefly as just an overview. So, awareness and acknowledgement. We need to have awareness that the relationship isn't going well and acknowledge it first to ourselves. It can be helpful to acknowledge it with the other person as well, depending upon the situation, the other person's age, etc. And then we need to feel our feelings about what's happening and find a way to express those feelings in safe and appropriate ways. R, resource and regulate. Mia here is modeling again for us, my cat. So we need to find ways to appropriately move our energy. Sometimes we need to run, sometimes we need to write, sometimes we need to connect with a friend or a loved one who can hear us without judgment. Maybe it's being with a beloved pet or being in nature. This step is for us, it's for you. And if you're parenting, it may be supporting co-regulation with your child, moving together, calming together. So connect the dots and complete the stress cycles. That one has a video. Let me see if I can make it move without making it go to the next slide. Yeah, there we go. That's fun. So this is the part where we begin to look at things through a new lens. Healing story circles can be really, really helpful at this stage of the arch process. It can be helpful for all of the stages, but especially for this one. Because as you share, then others can reflect back to you what they're hearing. And that helps you to get clear on your own dots and what it reminds you of from your history. So being able to see the dots helps us to create more space for what's happening now and what's needed now in our lives. Complete the stress cycles, or how pretending that you're Godzilla can help you. So completing the stress cycles is great when you don't know exactly what happened, but it allows the energy to complete itself. This might be moving your legs like you're running away because the situation makes you want to leave, or stomping, or again, pretending you're Godzilla, um, especially when you can't actually leave. So, this is about what your body needs beyond what your mind can necessarily understand in this moment. And the last step is heal. This is the action step or the action steps. What is needed now that you've gone through the other steps to complete things for you? It might be a conversation with the other person. It might be therapy together or reconciliation. It might be writing a letter and burning it and ripping it up, flushing it down the toilet. Not that I've never ever done any of those things. Um, Writing it on a paper lantern and releasing it into the sky. This is completion. What do you need so that you feel something is finished? And it looks like many different things depending upon the situation and the relationship. And we're going to be exploring what it looks like for you in your life in our SOAR school. So I do want to invite you to join us in SOAR school. We are exploring It's Never Too Late to Heal, transforming the relationship stories of our lives from January to March. That's 12 weeks of growing and learning together, supporting you to transform the relationship stories of your life. So explore your relationship with yourself or a loved one, partner, parent, child, no matter how old the parent is or the child is, a sibling, a friend, any relationship that you'd like to have more peace and ease about. We explore the story in the body and the story we tell through healing story circles, live calls with exercises to help you apply the information to your life and relationships while connecting with others on a similar journey. So if you feel called to join us, check out consciouslyparenting.com/SOAR, SOAR. Thank you so much for being here, and hopefully we'll see you on the live calls.